Hi, everyone. Just getting set up. Just give it. Hi, welcome. If you're here, say hi so I know you're here. We're going to be doing a fun craft tonight, and I have some exciting news. So if you're here, say hi. I just made it on the dot because I was running a little behind. So let me know when you guys are here, and then I'll get started. I'm just going to wait a few more minutes to wait for others to come in. Hi, Pat. Thank you for coming. Anybody else here? I've been busy all day getting ready for this live because I have a lot going on. So I'm hoping you guys are going to like this craft. Anybody else here? Sorry, I'm just looking. Hi, Deanna. Let me check. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. I'm just looking to see how many I have on here. Okay. I'm just going to wait a few more minutes. Welcome to the live. And be doing something really cute today. Give me 1 second. I'm still learning how to navigate all this, so bear with me. Because I have 2 chats going on YouTube and on Facebook, so, um, it's kinda hard for me to keep track of everybody talking. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get started. Okay, so today I'm gonna be crafting one of my kits. So I opened up my shop today. I have a shop and it's pretty cool. I have a lot of wood kits in there, a lot of smaller kits. Some are chunkier, they're a little bit chunkier. Um, and some are the church that I made a couple weeks ago is in there. Also, the trying to think, the other wonky bunnies in there, and these are in there. The one I'm going to make tonight. This one, and I'm also going to have in there some laser cut kits. So you can either make your own kit or you can purchase something I made. So it's up to you. And I don't know why YouTube keeps freezing, but I keep freezing. Um, this is the link. There's the link to my shop. So yeah, go check it out. I will have it's in the description box here on YouTube. So when it gets posted, you guys will see it. And the link will be there so you could go check it out. And then also here on Facebook, it's been linked right now. You could see it there in the comments, but it's also in my information profile as well. So that link is there for everyone. So go check it out. But tonight we're going to be doing this really cute bunny. So this one's not too thick. I have some pieces that are a little bit thicker than others. Some of them are antique wax, which means I use the antique wax by Waverly or by Home Decor, and I waxed them. I gave them a stain to them. And the reason I did that is because I do a lot of crafts on here. I do rustic crafts. So having it already done for you is like a perfect, slate to start. So you already have that dark color on there. And you could paint it white and not distress it and leave it. I mean, you could do whatever you want, but I like the stain. I think it looks more finished, and that's why I chose to go with the stain on these ones. Now, the ones that are laser cut, they're not stained. So you guys can just paint those whatever you want. But these you can also paint whatever you want as well, because you could go over the antique wax very easily. It's not like it's a stain, but it's not really a stain. It doesn't smell, it doesn't have a bad odor to it. Um, and I get it at the one is by Home Decor, you could get it anywhere, and the other one is by Waverly, but they're both basically the same thing. It's more like a paint wax stain. So yeah, but definitely go check it out. But tonight I'm like I said, I'm gonna do this bunny, and the bunny comes with the two little feet and also a nose. And tonight I'm going to give it a little couple extras. So I'm going to start with my favorite color, and that is the burnt umber, because you guys know I love using that color. Now you color whatever you want to color your bunny, but this is the colors I use because I like that vintage old look, as you guys all probably know because I say it all the time. But if you haven't been here before, that's what I like. So that's what I paint with. Most of the time, I usually start with a dark um, on the bottom layer, and then I go to a lighter on top. And then sometimes I'll do like a chippy look, which is like the paint looks chipped, so it makes it looks old and vintage looking. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm using a sponge from the Dollar Tree to paint this because it just is doesn't leave as many streaks like a paintbrush, and it also dries much quicker when you use this. So that's why I'm using a sponge. But you can use a paintbrush. Sometimes I use a paintbrush. So how is everybody doing this evening? Any plans for the weekend? Anything going on? Are you guys crafting this weekend? It's been cold here in Florida, and I am getting tired of it. I wish it would stay warm. It can't decide what it wants to do. Anybody else come in? Say hi so I know you're here. See, it's already dry. So now I'm just going to do the sides, and I also do the back. If you guys are coming in, say hello so I know you're here. I might have to use a paintbrush to get in this corner though. If anybody else just came on, say hi. Hello. So yeah, so I've been busy all day, like literally all day, um, getting these kits together for you guys so you could check them out in the shop, and also getting ready for the live. And it's a lot of work doing a shop. You have to put a lot in there. Besides just, putting the crafts in there, you also, or whatever you're selling, but you also have to put in there all your descriptions of everything. So it takes a lot of time. So that's what I've been doing all day. But if you just came in and you didn't hear in the beginning, there is a shop now that I have, and it's open, and you can go in there and check out the crafts that I've already made. Also, there's kits in there where you can make and you can craft yourself and make whatever you want. But super fun stuff is in there. And little by little, we're going to add more and more in the shop. So stay tuned for that. And every time I add a new item, I will make sure that I post it on YouTube on my community tab, or I will post it on Facebook in the, sorry, I'm looking for a paintbrush. in the, right on the, I'll just post it on the, website there on my page so you guys can see it because I will be putting other stuff in slowly. Oh yes, the shop will be in, the description box, yes, on YouTube. Yep, it'll be in there. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the feet. I'm gonna paint those next. I love the wood color on this, it's so cute. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the same color, burnt umber, for the feet. And then the nose, I'm gonna do a different color. I'm gonna do probably a very light pink. I think it's called Barely Pink, the color that I'll be using. And the thicker bunny kits and the thicker, like the church, the ones that are cut out of the thicker wood, just so you know, I wrote in there though, there's imperfections because those are hand drawn. I drew them and then they were cut out. Okay, and just like the cross is like one of a kind. So you're going to get, everyone's going to get a different kind of cross with the little edges on it. Do I have one here? Oh, I don't have one over here. But the one that I did in one of the lives, it's the same exact cross. Only difference is that it has different ridges on the edges of it. So everyone's going to get a different one of a kind. And I like that because it makes it your own. And then you craft it the way you want. And I've had like wax stain all over me today because that's all I've been doing is staining and painting. But the wonky bunny in there is in there, and that one's my favorite, guys. That's my favorite one. I love the wonky bunny. I think he's so cute. Or her. It could be a her. Anybody else come in? Say hi. Anybody up to anything this weekend? I'm going to be crafting again and also getting ready because my husband is going in for surgery. He's getting a new shoulder. So that's going to be fun. So I'll be really busy next week taking care of him and my kids. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next color, and that's going to be the pink that I'm going to use for the bunny ears. I'm going to have pink once I get the white down first. But first I'm going to do you know what? I'm going to do the plaster paint. Oh, thank you. You'll be helping me? Thanks, honey. That's my daughter saying that she's going to help me. She's going to help me out. First thing I'm going to do is because I want to do the chippy look, what you do is you take candle wax, any candle. This is a tea light candle from the Dollar Tree. You can use any candle that you have, and you're just going to rub it on your project after you put down your coat of paint. And then you're going to put another coat of paint over the top. And then you're going to use a tool, any type of scraping tool, to lift it up. And some of it will get lifted up. Some of the paint will get lifted up, and that's going to give you that chippy look. And I'm going to do that to the bunny head and body here, and then also the feet. And this isn't my usual colors, really. I don't usually go too much with the pinks and stuff. I just stay more neutral, but I decided to go pink tonight because I know some of y'all like pink. So I'm trying to make everybody happy. And like I said, there's some really cute laser cut kits in there too. Like that you could put on a tier tray. Some are real small that you could put on my tier tray, and some aren't. Some are a little bit bigger. But one is like a B sign. It's really cute. It says welcome. Another one is a oh my God, what do you call it? A Highland cow sign, which is really cute too. I love that one because I love Highland cows. So it's like my favorite. And so I had to put a Highland cow in the shop. But I'm going to have all kinds of like different kinds of bee stuff. And I also had a couple more ideas for Easter, but because it's getting so close to Easter, I wasn't sure if I should put too much in there of Easter. So I tried to put in as much as I could of what I had. So you guys can pick from that. And this, you don't have to put a full coat when you go on with the second coat like this because you're going to be, you're going to be using a little scraper and some of the paint's going to come up anyways. So it doesn't have to be completely covered when you go in with this next coat of paint here. Now, if you didn't want to use a scraper, you can also use a piece of tape. And what the tape does is you would just lay a piece of tape down and then lift it up, and it's going to pull the paint off the same way that it would like with the scraper. So it's basically the same thing. And I'm just going to dry this real quick and then do the edges. Hi, Carla. How are you? Thank you for coming. Welcome. Oh, no. Your server. My server is bad or yours? Oh, you're hoping to craft this weekend? Yeah, I'll be crafting this weekend too. Oh, yours, you believe? I don't know because from what I see on my camera here, my YouTube, it keeps going in and out. So it could be me too. It's raining and cold there. Oh, yeah, it's been raining and cold here too in Florida. It hasn't been warm. I really want the warm weather to come. Like it can come anytime now. I think everybody's ready for spring. I know I am. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes the quality is good on YouTube and Facebook. I don't know. It just depends. Sometimes it's like there's nothing I can do. I'm just getting the edges now with the plaster paint, and then I'm going to get the back. And I'm not worried, like I said, I'm not worried about covering the whole thing because I'm just going to scrape some off anyways, so it'll be fine. But I will tell I love doing these wood projects. They're so much fun. I love wood. Okay. So now we got that. I'm going to do the sides of the feet as well. Oh, it's the way your week is gone. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, you know what? You're going to have a better week. The week coming, you're going to have a better week. And I got to be careful when I touch because if it's not completely dry, what happens is I end up, my nail gets into it and then it leaves a big mark on it. Trying to dry these really quick. Anybody else come in? Say hi. So I know you're here. Ooh, yikes. Dropped it. Okay. So now I'm just going to get this part. I'm just getting the back real quick. And then we can start scraping. Yes. Thank you, Lord. That's right. I know the painting part is the part, right, guys? That's like the boring part. Because it takes so much time. But I promise you, I'm trying to go fast. It's a good thing I have a dryer, right? So I can dry it quickly. I gotta wait for him. Now the back of the bunny, I might try to like coat it a little bit more because so it looks more finished. Because I didn't put the wax on the back of them. Now you could put the wax on the back and scrape that too, but I just chose not to do that. I just leave it, and I only like scrape the front. Okay. At least it's drying quickly. Just want to do the back of the feet one more time. Try this up. Trying to wash everything. Okay, so now here comes the messy part. That is the scraping, because it does get everywhere. That's why a lot of people like to use the tape method. But I don't know. I like to scrape. So I am going to scrape. And I'm not going to scrape a real lot because, I want the bunny's face to look decent. And then, I've been having a lot of trouble too with this scraper. I think it's a horrible scraper. This is a scraper I got from Dollar Tree, and it just doesn't want to scrape good. It's driving me crazy. So, like, you might be better off using like a 5-in-1 because you know how it has the little, it's a little bit sharper on the end of it. So this one, I just got to do like a little at a time. But I really get around the edges because I really like the edges to be that other color, to show that brown underneath. And then you can also, if you don't have a scraper, you can also use tape, or like I said, or you can even use sandpaper. Now it's not going to scrape up as much probably with the sandpaper, but it will show some of the brown underneath too. Now I'm just really getting around these edges. I like edges to show that brown. And sorry if I'm missing anything because I'm. Oh, thank you. Yeah, check it out. I mean, I just opened it today, so, and there's only a couple of each thing in there because I'm just testing it out, to see how it goes. And then as you know, if it goes well, I'll put more stuff in there. I hope you guys like what's in there. It's just stuff that I know I would like, so, but I tried, to put other things in there too, because I know a lot of people like different stuff. I know popular right now are the crosses and the churches for Easter, and of course the Easter bunnies. And carrots seem to be like a huge craft this year too. And I like crafting with carrots. I like doing like the rustic carrots. And I know that they've had a lot of that stuff at Dollar Tree too. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is the feet, and then I'm going to sand it a little bit because I want to sand it. Now I'm just going to go around the edges of the feet. And then I decided to do something a little bit different with the feet too, which you'll see in a second. I thought it was a really cute idea. I love using cardboard. I don't know if you guys use cardboard, but you can like literally make anything out of cardboard, you guys. Oh, thanks, darling. Yes, go check it out. How are you? Thank you for coming. But you can make anything out of cardboard too. Bunnies. All you have to do is draw it out, and then you can make it. I make a lot of stuff with cardboard. I like doing it. I mean, it's fun because of the edges, like inside the cardboard. When you lift that layer up, you get those ridges. It looks really super cool. And then you paint it, and it looks even more rustic and vintage looking. It's just super cool. I just love it. Now, for some reason, the feet are scraping a lot easier than the body was, and I don't know why. It did the same thing on both. So now what I'm doing is I'm just taking it and I'm going to scrape around the edges, going all the way around it to have some of that brown come through on the feet too. And I'm going to do the same thing around the bunny. And like I said, this makes a mess, but that's okay. And I know some people don't like this look, and that's okay. You do you. Oh, thank you. Gotta be tired of hearing that from me. No, I'm never tired of hearing that. I like hearing that. It makes me feel good, because I love doing this, so I only hope that others, like it too. But I mean, you don't even have to really like my style too, I mean, it's whatever style you like. These are just ideas that I come up with that I just like to share with you guys to give you some idea and some inspiration. So, yeah, just, make it your own. That's what I do. I get inspired all the time from other crafters. I watch other crafters all the time. I basically don't watch TV. I mainly am, um, and thank you, Darlene. I'm glad you find it interesting. I mainly find like all different kinds of crafters and I watch them, and that's what I watch. I don't really watch TV that much anymore. I mean, some stuff I still watch on TV. It just depends. But you know, now I'm gonna sand it a little bit just because it didn't chip the way I wanted it to too much. So I'm gonna sand a little bit harder in some spots and make it look a little bit more chipped. That's why I said you can go in with your sandpaper, and if you sand really hard, you'll get the same effect. I mean, as long as you're only doing like one layer of paint, not two or three layers, because then it's going to be a lot harder. Unless you have a really good sandpaper. Okay. Think. Oh, I didn't get down here. And I love to see the wood coming through too. It just, I don't know. It's just something about it. I just love it. So now for the back of the bunny's feet, we're not going to really see it because it's going to be glued down to the body. So I'm just going to go around the edges because you will see the edges of the feet, but you're not really going to see anything else. So okay. That looks good. I'm just going to wipe my hands a little bit with baby wipes. I have so much paint on me. Aw, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like watching me. That's awesome. Yeah, I have a few favorites too that I watch, and that I get really inspired from. I love, Roxy and Button. I love watching her on Facebook. Um, I also love I have a lot of friends that I'm in collabs with. I love watching them too because 'cause they're really awesome. I'm just wiping the sandpaper off, guys, because there's sandpaper, like, all over the place, all over it, all over it. I'm gonna put that aside, and I'm gonna wipe my little feet. But, yeah, there's quite a few I like to watch on here, on Facebook and YouTube. They just inspire me so much, and they, like, totally do a lot of stuff like that I like, the style I like anyway, so I get a lot of inspiration from them, and also Pinterest. I love going on Pinterest too. I get a lot of ideas from Pinterest as well. Okay, so next I am going to paint. I'm gonna put down a piece of paper towel because this is getting really dirty. I'm going to do now remember I told you you could cut anything out of cardboard and make stuff out of cardboard? Well, you can. So what I did is I cut from one of the Dollar Tree. These are the little bunny feet from the Dollar Tree that you get, okay? And instead of I wanted to give it a little something extra, a little more interest to the project. So I took the middle part of the paw and then the little part of the paw, I don't know, the paw. But I took it off, and then I just, took a piece of cardboard and I traced it, and I am going to just take one layer off of the cardboard after you cut it out, if I can grab it, and all you do is rip it and see the little ridges in there, and then what you do is you just you can rip as much as you want off, or you can leave some on too, and that even makes it more interesting, I think. So, I like to do a little bit of both. So, I leave some with the ridges showing, and then I leave some without the ridges. So, that's what I'm gonna do. So, I'm just gonna rip a little bit, and then I'm gonna leave see how there's a little bit still on there? I'm gonna leave it, and it's gonna look really cool when we're done, you'll see. I know you guys are probably saying, "What is she doing?" Well, you'll see. It looks really cool. And then I even did the little ones that way too. I did take the paper completely off of those, but like this part, I'm just gonna take a little bit and then I'm gonna leave a little bit on here. So like, see, I'll leave that little bit on there just because it makes it look more interesting. Okay, and I'm gonna paint these with the color Barely Pink, and this is by Folk Art, so it's barely pink. That's what it is. It's not like real pink. It's like really light, like a baby pink, I guess you could say. Basically, it's like a baby pink. If I can get it out. Come on. Okay. And then I'm just gonna take a little paintbrush and paint it. What did I do with the other one? One second. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over the cardboard with the paint. Really simple. And if you don't, get it all like in the ridges a little bit, on the cardboard, that's okay too. Like for me, that's okay. I'm okay with it. Um, because that's the look I like. But if you want to paint the whole thing, then you paint the whole thing. I mean, it's up to you. Or you just skip this part altogether and just do one of those paws from the you could do a paw from the Dollar Tree too. Or you can use the paws that come with the kit. I mean, I have these paws that come with it. So feet, the bunny feet, paws, feet. What are they? Crafty Cathy, yes. Yes, and Crafty Cousins, I watch them too, yep. I like them, they're awesome. Yep, I like watching them too, and they are totally my kinda style too. I've been watching them for a long time, and Crafty Cathy is funny. She's funny. I like her a lot. Okay, so once I get these painted and the nose, I'm gonna dry them. And I also have the noses that come with this bunny too, guys. I don't think I put it in the picture. I forgot to, but I will go back and fix that. But just so you guys know, in case you go on the website and you see this there and you're like, wait, she had a nose with it. All right, so now we're going to try this real quick. One time on this live, I'm going to I'm going to make something with just cardboard so you guys can see. You're from Kentucky, so you understand everything she says. Yes. She's so funny though. I love it. I like could sit there and listen to her all day. She's so funny. I like the southern voice. It always makes it more interesting when you watch someone that's like that. I think it's really cool. I think I'm going to paint the back too, even though I'm going to put it down, glue it down. I just want to paint the sides a little bit. so that a little bit of the pink is showing too on the sides. Because this pink is, like, barely pink, like, you can barely see it. It's a really, really light pink, but I like this color, I think it's pretty, but it reminds me of, like, a baby pink. And then I'm just gonna get the size of these. Now, the one thing I will tell you is if you make a craft with any type of cardboard, you never want it outside because it will get all warped and all messy. People say you have an accent, but you don't think so? Yeah. People say we have accents too from Buffalo. I'm from Buffalo, New York, and I don't think I have I don't know, I don't think I have one, but people say it all the time here in Florida. They're like, "Oh, you're from New York, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah. How did you know that?" And they're like, "Oh, 'cause of your accent." And I'm like, "Really? I have an accent?" I just never thought of myself as having an accent. And these are, like, flying all over the places I'm drying them because it's cardboard. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I am going to go in with my dark antique wax because you guys know I love that stuff too, right? I'm always using my antique wax. I love it. Love it. And I'm gonna go around the edges of everything basically, except for the bunny, it doesn't need it. But I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna do it on the little cardboard paws that we made here. And I'm gonna use my little stencil brush. And if you're new here, this is the wax that I use all the time. It's in my Amazon shop. You can also purchase the, Bear Wax from Lowe's or, sometimes Walmart has it too, I believe someone told me. So you can always purchase them there as well. And I am gonna go a little bit in between the little grooves too of the cardboard. See, super cute. And I'm gonna do the little ones too. Basically everything I do with the dark wax. I do it on everything. It's just my favorite thing to do. And I've learned this from quite a few crafters on online too. So they use it all the time. And when I watch them do it, I'm like, oh, I want to do that. That looks so much fun. And it is. It just makes everything look so much better. It's so much more vintage, old looking, rustic, all that stuff, farmhouse. So yeah, that's why I like doing it. Now, these are going to be really hard. They're so tiny, but I'm going to try. And I don't want too much on the little ones. Sorry, I'm looking down. So if anybody's talking, I do. I do have an accent. Okay. I guess we all, you know, wherever we came from, that's what we sound like. If you're from there, that's what you sound like. Like, we heard me and my husband were in the store the one day, and I swore this one guy sounded like he was from Boston. He had a Boston accent, but he wasn't from Boston. Or no, maybe it was New York and he was from Boston. That's what it was. But it was crazy because I swore he was from New York. But I guess Boston, you know. But he's like, "Nope." He's like, "I'm from Boston." Okay, I'm just trying to get I'm sorry, this is taking me forever to get around these little toes. Okay, and now I'm going to do the little nose. I'm gonna go around the edges of the nose with the dark wax too. The dark wax that I'm using, I don't know if I said it, it's the Kills dark wax that I use. I'm just gonna dirty up the nose a little bit. And I'm also going to put a carrot with our bunny too. I'm gonna add a little carrot. Okay, so now what we can do is I can start gluing all this together. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I am going to glue down the little feet. And then I think I'm gonna put the paws on. Let's see. Yes. And this is a shelf sitter, so you can stand him up and he will stand on a shelf. And I'm also gonna use some wood glue to hold it down. I use wood glue and hot glue. I use the wood super glue from Dollar Tree, and that always makes it stay nice. And I may need to use the hot glue because it's for instant hold. And if any of that super glue comes around the edges, you just grab a baby wipe and you wipe it off. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, and then I'm gonna glue down my little feet. And I did. Where are my glue sticks? And then I'm gonna glue down the little ones. I love how we all think the other is the one. Yeah, I know. That's what I always say too. I always wonder. We always think that they're from somewhere else and they're not, and they're from someplace completely different. Oop. Okay. So now we have the feet down. Now I'm gonna glue on the nose, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on this too, the super wood glue, just to make sure it stays. I'm loving the way this is looking already. I am loving the way this is looking already. Look how cute. He's so cute, isn't he? Okay. So now I am going to, I'm definitely going to put a bow on it. And I'm also going to use, where'd it go? I'm also going to use some of this tattered rose. It's just stress oxide for the ears. I'm going to make them a little pink. And I wanted to use a light pink, and this is a really light pink, so that's what I'm gonna use for the ears. And I'm just gonna rub it on with the little sponge tool. And these you could get, they sell the Distress Oxides on Amazon, or you can get them at Hobby Lobby. They have them in the stores. And they have the little spongy tools now too, which is really cute. Okay. And guess what I forgot to do? And I do it all the time. I forgot to put the whiskers on. Oh no. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it underneath like that, and it'll work. Only because there's enough room under there. And then I'm just going to put a little glue on it. I always forget to do this with the whiskers. I don't know what it is with me and whiskers, but I forget to put them on. Silly me. It would have been so much easier if I would have just glued it on underneath. Nope, it's not going to go. So my bunny has to have whiskers. So this is what I'm going to do. Now there's glue. See? Everybody has trouble when they're crafting. Everybody has trouble when they're crafting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to glue it under and hope that I don't pull up the paint, because that we don't want. Here's my little tool. See, that wood glue super glue is really good. And all I did with this is I took a rusty wire and I just wrapped it around a pencil. You can wrap it around anything really. A pencil, a pen, whatever you have, and just stick it on. And that basically gives you the little spirals. So that's what I did there. Okay, the next one on here. There, that one went under just fine. See, one side cooperates and the other side doesn't. This might be a little too long. I try to get this stuff prepared for you guys so you're not on here forever with me. But and I always go back and fix everything. So I try. Yeah, it's a little too long. So I'm going to cut it a little bit. And then this one, a little too long too. Sorry, I'm concentrating, guys. So if you're talking, I'm not ignoring you, I promise. Now these ones went on perfect on the one side. There we go. So cute. I love it. Okay. So next, now that we got that dilemma out of the way, I am going to do the bow. Actually, the eyes. I want to put eyes on them too. So I'm just going to use some black paint, and I'm going to use the back of a paintbrush. And I'm going to make 2 little dots. And there's a hair on there. Get off, get off. There we go. That's how I make my eyes, guys, because I'm not good with making faces. You've been crafting over 50 years? Aw, I'm sure you're an excellent crafter. That many years, you have to be. You have to be. Oh, I want to do the carrot. First, I'm gonna do the carrot, you guys. So this is just a carrot from the Dollar Tree, and all I do is I take this stuff off because I don't like it. It's just too I don't like I'm gonna try and pull it off and hopefully not pull all this out. There we go. And then all I'm gonna do is take a couple of these. This is like that boxwood that you get at it's greenery, boxwood it's called. You get it at, well, I get mine at my, Michael's Walmart, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue. All I did was take a little piece off of it, and then I'm just gonna stick it inside of a little carrot, and that's going to be our greenery. I like using the real stuff because I think it's just better. And then I have this little jute twine bow that I made, and I'm just gonna put that on here as well, right on the top. So see, you could do whatever you want with this bunny. You could put a little egg on him, whatever you wanna do with him, but, I mean, just use your imagination. And then I'm gonna put the little carrot here like this. But you know what? I think it wouldn't be right if I didn't dirty up this carrot, right? So I'm gonna dirty it up because I like it. So let's see, where is my oh, here. I'm gonna use a little bit of my vintage photo distress oxide and my little sponge tool, and I'm just gonna dirty it up a little bit, not too much. Just because carrots are dirty, right, when they come out of the ground? Never judge a book by its cover. You do okay? Oh, I'm sure you are awesome. And then I'm going to glue down my carrot to the bunny. Just gonna hold it there for a second. And next I'm gonna make a little bow. My bows that I always make that you guys are probably tired of seeing all the time, right? Thanks, mom. Yeah, the cardboard on the feet. I know that it is a really good idea. It makes it look even, better, I think. I just like it. I like using cardboard to make a lot of stuff, different crafts, um, for myself, um, but I sold a lot of stuff that was made with cardboard too and at craft fairs, and they liked it. I mean, the people liked it. They were like, "You wouldn't even know it looks so cool," and I'm like, "Well, thank you." But yeah, I mean, you can use cardboard. Yeah, absolutely. And I see a lot of crafters use cardboard, especially like if you can't buy, stuff and you want to just make the same kind of thing, you can make it yourself that way. Another easy way to make it. I'm just going to do a single. So now when I do these bows, these are my raggy bows, I call them. All I do is use my tiny bow dabra and I just keep flipping the fabric back and forth. And I use ripped I just tear a strip of, fabric. I also use lace, and sometimes I stain my lace with coffee or tea, depending on how dark I want it to be. And this is a Bodabra, and it is in my Amazon shop if anybody's interested in getting one. And I just keep going back and forth with it, like so. These are the easiest and best bows to make, you guys, I think, in my opinion, but I think they're just easier to make. And you just use whatever fabric, I get my fabric from all over. I get it from Hobby Lobby, I get it from, wherever it's on sale, that's where I get it. But I get it from Hobby Lobby and, I get it from Dollar Tree, but I've been noticing that Dollar Tree has not had a lot of fabric lately. So I don't know what's going on with that. I hope they're not looking to not have it anymore because they were having a lot of cute fabric for a while, and now I haven't seen as much as I used to. But I'll just get it from Hobby Lobby when it's on sale. You're only 39? Are you really? That can't be right. Sorry, guys. I'm reading. If you guys don't see, I'm talking to someone. I'm talking to other people on this other channel too. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the nails. Yes, I love my nails. I get them done in Palm Coast, Florida. I go to this woman that I've gone to for a long time now. Yeah, it's hard to wear nails in crafts though. Thank you. I got my shirt off of Temu actually. I love their shirts. They have a lot of pretty shirts on Temu that are reasonably priced. And then all I do is I take my twine and I just tie it in a knot and pull it out of the Bodabra, and then I tie it in a knot in the back, and there is your bow, guys. It's super easy. And then I mess around with it a lot, like I always say. 39 passes. You're being silly. It just sounded like a lot when you said 50. Aw. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut those out, and then all I'm going to do is bring down my little tails on my bow and make it look really cute. And then we're gonna put it on one of the bunny's ears. And what I do is I like to, if I see a loop is too long, what's great about these is that it's not too tight where you can't pull it down a little bit. You could pull the loop down a little bit and it makes it, smaller. And then if you see any extra strings hanging out or whatever, then you just cut them. Because I always try to pull the strings, on my fabric. 'Cause after you rip the fabric, you're gonna have strings. But what I do is I just pull the string off before I put it in the Bodabra. I just pull all the strings off as much as I can. And then I just gonna cut I don't know how it's gonna be a short bow because I don't want it too long. So if I have the carrot here, I think I'm gonna put the bow there. I'm gonna have it pretty short. I'm not gonna have long tail because then it'll go right in front of the bunny's face, and I don't want that. I don't wanna cover the bunny's face. Mm, I think I wanna pull it down more. See, I told you guys I play too much with my bows. I do this all the time to myself. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to put this on here like so. I don't know, I just like bows. I really like making the bows, but this time I'm not gonna put a tag on. Usually I put a tag, but not tonight. No tag tonight, just a bow because I have a carrot. There's already a lot going on, so we don't really need to have much more. And then I'm going to take a button and put that in the center, And my buttons I get on Amazon. They're little wooden buttons. I'm just gonna move this down a little. There we go. And I think I'm gonna use this one because I like this one. They're like wooden buttons, and you get a whole bunch of them, and there's all different ones inside the package, so really cool. But that is it. I did it. I did it. Ooh, I keep freezing on, YouTube, I could tell. What do you guys think? Do you like it? It's okay if you're chatty, I like chatty. I want everybody to chat, that's why we're here. I want us all to be chatting. Do you guys like it? You like it? Do you like it? Thank you. Thank you, guys. So that's it for tonight's craft. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to go check out the link for the store so you guys can check out what's in there and see if you like anything. And then I'll be back again next Friday with another. Thank you guys so much for coming, and I will see you guys again next week. It was nice talking with you guys. Bye.